Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good evening to the loyal and wise timekeeper, honorable and respected judges, beloved teachers, and dear friends. First of all, I would like to thank Allah for giving me the opportunity to stand on this glorious stage for today's occasion. Today, I would like to deliver a speech around the theme Independence Day. So please, lend me your eyes and especially your ears and listen to what I am about to say. For decades, our country has lived in freedom. We celebrated our Independence Day with gratefulness and honor. We built this country in hope and despair. This freedom, my dear audiences, was not easy to obtain, and yet we achieved it. Blood, sweat, and tears had been shed, and our heroes sacrificed their lives for us to gain this freedom. Have you ever heard about the story of the courageous Lieutenant Adnan Saidi? He was the greatest among the Malayan army and the most honored one we have ever had. His intelligence in planning strategic tactics during the war against the Japanese army was enough to make the British colonists notice and respect the lieutenant. I have to say, thanks to him and all of our local heroes, we are now able to live in freedom and peace. My beloved audiences, the Independence Day celebration is the right moment for us to look back at the past of how our heroes were struggling to gain this independence. Learning the history about our country is one way to make this nation grow. History can also make us to get to know Malaysia better and appreciate it even more. The reason why history is so important is because to remind ourselves the weaknesses and the mistakes our nation had that made our ancestors enslaved by the Western government. Looking back at the past can also help us to think about what we should do to maintain our freedom and to make this country a better one for us to live in. Although our country has lived in freedom for a long time, we still have many improvements to make. It is honestly sad to see that there are still many civilians living in poverty. Corruption is everywhere nowadays, and the economy seems to worsen day by day. It looks like we still have a long way ahead before we can make this country a glorious one. And that goal is actually not impossible to achieve. With the richness of our natural and human resources that we have here, I strongly believe that we can pursue our dream in becoming the greatest country we could ever be. Respected judges and audiences, freedom is something that we should really be grateful for. But how? How do we show our gratitude for the freedom we gained? We, as the civilians of this graceful Malaysian community, should contribute positively to society. And let me tell you, we don't have to be the president or be a part of some ministry to do that. Even the smallest act, like being respectful and tolerant towards others, plays a really fundamental part in building and developing this country. Every single person has a role to help make and support our country to be better and remain peaceful. But what kind of role? Well, it depends on who that person is or what rank they hold. Here are a few simple examples. Students' role is to study hard. Teachers' roles are to educate students and to help them understand and master the topics they learn. It's easy. But of course, we still have to play our roles. But of course, we still have to play our roles right to obtain our goals faster. To maintain our goals faster. If the teacher teaches properly, the students will study properly, and they can use that knowledge to change our country for the better, inshallah. Dear members of the hall, before I end my speech, I would like to say thank you for listening to me blabbering about our gold and pride, Malaysia. Let us ask for. I would like for us all to praise the Almighty Allah subhanahu. I would like for us all to praise the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a sign of gratitude for blessing us with this sweet freedom. Let us also ask Him to help us and guide us in maintaining peacefulness so that our next generation will also be able to taste freedom and celebrate independence right in their hearts. That is all from me. Till we meet again, and I end my speech with Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.